Welcome aboard, passengers. Mega Sim here with a new news article, a new route coming out. But first, let's listen to the ambient sounds of Train Sim World 3 as we go through this news article. Train Sim World 3 Master the Electrics. Head into Germany's northwest region using both new and familiar locomotives with Train Sim World 3 Bahnstrecke Bremen to Oldenburg, arriving as an add-on Tuesday 6th of December. That's 2 weeks today. Ooh, this is interesting. So, Bahnstrecke Bremen Oldenburg marks the first German route addition to Train Sim World 3, following the release of the Kessel-Wurzburg route, with the standard and deluxe editions of the game. So with this latest route, a distinctly different mode of traction takes local services of the late 2000s between the cities of Bremen and Oldenburg, accompanied by the long-awaited N-Wagon carriage sets and its cab car, allowing for a variety of operations across the busy, vibrant and varied route. So let's have a look at the first point here. Locomotives. Hauling these trains is a new member to the Train Sim World fleet, the DBBR 110.3. Oh, there's the in-cab picture there, along with some familiar locomotives in new liveries. So, the 110.3 is a variant of what was formerly known as the E10 class of locomotives, originally built in 1952, and remains a favourite among rail fans today. During its lifetime, its use switched focus from express passenger trains to localised services, and it is used very much in the latter for its inclusion in the Bahnstrecke Bremen-Oldenburg. The carriage set that it hauls has long been requested by the Train Sim World community. So that's that rear carriage. Look at that! Again being popular with rail fans interested in German rolling stock. So joining the DBBR 110.3 are two locomotives with an established Train Sim World past. First of all, we've got the DBBR 425 that was first introduced on the Hauptstrecke Rhine-Ruhr route, and in reality can be found operating regional services across a large part of Germany. So its inclusion on the Bremen-Oldenburg line offers players some familiar, contemporary traction with which to get used to the route and features some minor updates. The unit appears cosmetically as it would new, in a livery specifically for this region of Germany, and includes LZB functionality for use on other routes. Interesting, so LZB is coming to this 425 and you can use the LZB functionality on other routes as layers. Nice. Similarly, the DBBR 155, which was the freight train, was released as a standalone locomotive for the Ruhr-Sieg Nord and layers onto a number of other German routes. But this locomotive, built in the late 1980s, comes included with Bremen-Oldenburg in a distinctive blue press livery, which is new for this release, along with new large TADGS freight wagons. So we've got 3 locomotives here, well 4 if you kind of count. So you've got the DBBR 110.3, you've got the rear wagon, the rear carriage, there you go, in that video, where you can drive it. That's cool. The 425, which we've had before, but an updated version, and the 155 freight as well. So services. These 3 engaging locomotives run a variety of services across a busy timetable, with the BR 110.3 running end-to-end services in both push-pull mode, in conjunction with the new N cab car. I'm not going to say it again, just in case I get it wrong again. As well as some without the cab car. Ooh, that's good. So you would need to run around the train on arrival at its destination. So that's kind of what the DBBR 101, where it should have had a cab car on the back but doesn't. Well, this this service, this train there, has both the car on the back, so you can do a push-pull, or you have to put the train, the loco on the other end. The 155 fulfills the freight diagrams with some light engine moves also thrown in. And the 425 operates services between Bremen and Hood before branching off from the main route. So in total there are 1,478 services, 272 of which are playable for Gen 9 console players. They'll also be layering across a selection of Train World compatible routes and locomotives, making things even more varied. With previously purchased add-ons, including Schnellfahrstrecke Kessel-Wurzburg. So, we've got the Taranto Rampes 612 that will be laid in, the Nürnberger Dresden's 185, the 101, and the MRCE 182, so the black 182, the singing train from Rhine-Ruhr and Hamburg-Lübeck. The Dispelok 182, which was the singing train but in yellow. That was like the extra one that included the underground train, the 1972 stock in silver, and I can't remember what the American bit was. No. Or was that the Santa Fe? No, that's totally different. No, I can't remember what it was. The DBBR 363 from Nürnberger Dresden, and also the ICE 1, which is the Kessel-Wurzburg one. So with the large amount of services included on the route, there will be some small differences between what Gen 9, which is the Xbox Series X, S, and PlayStation 5, and Gen 8 consoles, which is the PS4, PS4 Pro, Xbox One, Xbox One S, Xbox One X, will be able to experience. Whilst the majority of layers and additional services are available on both Gen 8 and Gen 9, the following will be exclusive for Gen 9. So for the Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series S and PC, we will get more static stock at Bremen HBF, playable and AI ICE services. We'll have AI BR146 DOS services at Bremen, and we'll have AI 363 services at Bremen and playable 363 museum runs. So I know before, with like the Cross City, there was no difference. It was, you would have everything for Gen 8 and Gen 9. Well, they have added some extra things that only the Gen 9 consoles and PCs are able to cope with. But there's not that much more, but hopefully this is coming to the point where consoles are going to be a lot more readily available. I think I looked last night, an Xbox Series X, there was a load on the Microsoft Store, and PlayStation 5, there's a few more in stock that are coming out. So we will get to a point, I think, where the Gen 9 will be taken over a bit more. But just at the moment, with the issue of stock availability and stuff, people are a little grumpy because they can't get it. But it will come. Probably when the Gen 10 comes out. Anyway, there is quite a lot of AI traffic to be seen at Bremen HBF, as well as some rare and unique things to find. Players that like Dresden, on the Dresden Chemnitz timetable, and Wurzburg HBF should really like this one. So, the route. This myriad of trains operate through scenery typical of northern Germany on a railway line first opened in 1867. At either end sit the impressive stations of Bremen Hauptbahnhof and Oldenburg Hauptbahnhof, but between them are features and landmarks to spot along the way. Perhaps the most obvious are those just east of Oldenburg with the Eisenbahn Klappbrücke, a uniquely animated railway bridge, and the railway's water tower, the Bahnwasserturm Oldenburg Hafen of 1908, located nearby. So what's an animated railway bridge? I want to look that up, but I'm going to look it up, but you look it up yourself. I'm not going to show it on this video. You look it up, I'm going to look it up. We'll see what it is. The route also brings the first ever customizable landmark to Train Sim World, with a large river barge being included in... Wow! A river barge being included in the delivery designer? Make a mark on the landscape by adding a splash of colour and flair to this animated floating feature. Wow. That's different. Matt, you better not have done a pink one. Like Birmingham Cross City before it, Bahnstrecke Bremen Oldenburg comes with all the enhanced lighting and weather features of TSW3, including dynamic weather and volumetric skies. Livery designer and scenario planner can also make use of the new route and locomotives, as can the training centre, where tutorials will guide you through the features of the 110.3 in particular. So we know that the game will be arriving, as you can see here, 6th of December, 2 weeks today, on Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Epic Games Store and Steam. And also we do have our new price, as we had with Birmingham Cross City, that is now £29.99 in pounds, $39.99 in dollars and $35.99 in euros. If you want to find out what your country's exchange rate, currency, I don't know, but we will find out in due course. But that is the standard price now. Maybe check out the Cross City and you'll be able to find out what this price is. Anyway, this Thursday there is going to be a Railfan TV on Twitch, YouTube, Facebook for that. Oh, Facebook now as well. For our proper first glimpse at the Bahnstrecke Bremen Oldenburg. And yeah, it's literally... Wait a minute. I keep saying 2 weeks. It's next week. I've said 2 weeks. It's next week. Oh my goodness, that's even worse. I keep thinking it's 2 weeks, but I'm in the Lake District on that Tuesday. Oh wow. So it's not 2 weeks, it's 1 week. I got that wrong. 1 week. 1 week. 1 week. I know you're all going to comment now and go, it's 1 week, not 2 weeks. Anyway, so 1 week. There is a Q&A thread. Check that out on the Ujima Flopsit, the news article. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. So as soon as we get access to the route, we will try and drive it. I know my videos have been a little sparse lately. I've had a lot of train real world videos, as you can see, because I've been travelling the country. Also had a real lovely sickness over this last couple of weeks. Not been very well at all, with a chest infection, on antibiotics and all of that. So it's not been great. So literally just trying to get my energy back. But yeah, just I'm ill on the 2 weeks that I have a break, and then I'm back at work again. So I'm, what am I doing? So like next week I've got one in Lake District and Derbyshire, and then the week after I'm somewhere else. Yeah, it's just, I'm all over the place again, just, whilst we're in December, trying to get some jobs done and get some money in, keep the bills being paid. But no, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe for more. Where I do get a spare moment, I am going to try and do some videos. But please, even though I've not actually started it, check out the Train Real World video for this weekend. It is amazing. Well, I've got all the footage for the Train Real World. I'm going to try and do an edit thing like the HST First Class, but it is amazing. Check it out. I'm probably going to set it to premiere on Saturday, so you'll probably find it on Friday. I'll probably set it if I get it done by then. If not, it'll be Saturday. But anyway, look out for that. Look out for more videos. Like, subscribe. Social media links are in the description below. We will see you on the next video. This is Mega Sim out of here. See you soon, guys.